Welcome back to another episode on the MOD Balls page. In today's episode, we're going to be going over Lauri Markkanen mock trades. Danny H has reportedly been listening to some trades, and there's some teams that's been getting involved. And Lauri Markkanen, he's a 24-point per game scorer the past 2 seasons, on 49% from the field and 39% from the three. That's elite. Me personally, how I look at Lauri Markkanen is a super version of Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter, before the back issues, he was a great finisher, and the finisher himself. With Lauri Markkanen, he's from finish, and he's one of the best finishers in the league. So he's called the finisher, and kind of a cool nickname, one of my favorites in the league. Besides that, he's just like the nickname says, a great finisher. He's one of the best dunkers in the league. He gets to the rim pretty relentlessly, and like his 3-point shooting is amazing. It's amazing. He's 7 foot tall, so he can shoot over everyone, and like he's really like almost a unicorn because he plays the small forward position at 7 feet tall, and when he plays the power forward position and the center position like he would in Chicago, he wouldn't be as good, but like soon as you put him that small forward, and that is how he plays for real. So it's just kind of odd that he's 7 feet out there. But hey, you can have a big lineup with Lauri at small forward. The first team that I looked at a trade for Lauri Markkanen, which this guy was an all-star last year and the most improved player. These trade offers might be a little crazy because first of all, it's Danny Ainge. Second of all, I don't think he really wants to give up remarking it. But at the same time, this 2025 draft class has been told it might be crazy. So yeah, anything's possible. Do I think that the Spurs would trade 3 firsts from the 25 class? Nah, but it just to show you how many firsts the Jazz would like for Lauri Markkanen. And the Spurs are one of those teams that are the top front runners for Lauri Markkanen. I think they are one of the only teams with a legit chance of landing him. And yeah, this is what the offer would kind of look like. Maybe less first round picks. Hey, maybe even more. But in reality, I think it would be less because we just saw Mikal Bridges get traded for 5 firsts on a better team. And his situation with like the Villanova boys, it's worth it for them to give up all those picks. It's because their core is like 4 players now because of that trade. Lowry, this is one guy, one guy. With that Mikal Bridges trade, they got J. Hart, Bridges, Brunson, Dante, who all they going to retire together. But Lowry is more of a risk, and he's on an expiring deal, so he might go for less than Mikal Bridges, but he's going to go around that type of ballpark area. I do think that he's a better player than Mikal Bridges, so it wouldn't be shocked if he goes for more. But the Spurs, dude, this lineup that they would have would be CP3, Devin Vassell, Lauri Markkanen, Jeremy Sohan, Victor Wembanyama. That is a tough lineup to. They would make the plan like that. That team would be really nice. Get Wemby a 7-footer that could space out the floor. That would be so fun to watch, man. And Keldon Johnson, he's been playing all that well for the Spurs recently. So he is somebody you can move. This is why the Lauri Markkanen contract is such a fun contract, I would like to say, because when he came to Utah, he wasn't doing that great. He was a good player on Cleveland, but he was like a fourth, fifth option. And then he goes to Utah, and he just looks like a totally different player. So, man, man, I wonder what the opportunity on the Spurs would do for Lauri. I don't think it's a bad place at all. I think it's a great fit. Man, Spurs with Lauri would be amazing. The next place is the Memphis Grizzlies. This is another team that would be amazing with Lauri. Holy, because that front court would be so big. You'd have John Morant, Desmond Bain, Lauri Markkanen, Jerry Jackson, Zach Edey. Oh, is that team? This Grizzlies team is so scary, and I'm gonna be on this team because this Grizzlies team got all their picks. They got a lot of young assets. They got a lot of things they could do, and this bench will still be deep. That's the crazy thing about it. They'll still have Derrick Rose, Santi Aldama, G.G. Jackson. Oh, like their bench will still be intact. Man, this team will be scary. The next trade that we're gonna go to is the Warriors, and this is a team that's very interested in Lauri Markkanen, but I don't think it's gonna happen. The Warriors don't have a lot of first round picks like these other teams that could, you know, lure Lauri Markkanen into their situations, especially like Danny Ainge. I know what Danny Ainge likes. Danny Ainge likes picks, but Jonathan Kuminga is really good, you know. Jonathan Kuminga is really good. Moses Moody is really nice, and Warriors are a little bit desperate right now, you know. So if you could kind of knock on the door of a desperate team that just lost Klay Thompson, maybe the a top 5 player of their organization of all time, hey, they might feel like they have to do something, and you could make the wrong thing. I don't think this would be a great move for the Warriors because Lowry as well, he would fit perfect. Bro. Like I understand the fit part, but I don't understand the ceiling part. You, the Warriors did this thing where they have their best player in their franchise's history, and they rather rebuild. Do y'all not think that's weird? Like, you have the best player in your franchise's history, right? And the Warriors are one of those teams that are responsible with their draft picks, right? And when you draft players, you're looking for the next guy, you know? They have that guy on their team, and they're not building around him. Like, I don't understand what the Warriors are doing, bro. I don't know why Kirby's there still. Like, I'm looking around the league because I'm making these mock trade videos. Guys, if you could please leave a comment on who else besides Lauri Markkanen is in like a place where they, you know, could upgrade. I think Steph Curry. I'm looking around the league. Steph Curry's the only player I'm looking at like, oh, request a trade, man. Like they're not even trying to build around you. They taking James Wiseman in pick 2. They drafted that pick 2. If you ever have LeBron James on your team, I promise you won't let you select somebody with pick 2. And you should use that same thinking with Stephen Curry. You know why? Because he's Stephen Curry. But the Warriors already they are he's 36. They already stood on business. They too far. Like this trade, you're too far in. You have to keep Kuminga unless you get an offer that is championship worthy. Like you, if you, I don't understand what the Warriors are doing. They frustrate me with how they're building that team, man. Because Lauri Markkanen, he's one of those guys who he doesn't even need the ball in his hand that much. You know, like Klay Thompson type. But he can put the ball on the floor and like slash to the rim. You know, like I said, one of the best dunkers in the league, in my opinion. He had a usage rate of 25.5 in the last 2 seasons with the Utah Jazz. So it is on the higher end for sure, but it's not like those 30%. You know, like he could play with the ball not being in his hands, and that is what the Warriors do. So he would fit this scheme perfectly. He really would. It just, uh, dude, I'm mad at the Warriors, but I would like this trade for them. They would have to do other stuff around it, but he'll be a cool core piece with the Warriors. I understand why they like it. The next thing is the King. The King, this team, kind of dope. I ain't gonna lie, you have De'Aaron Fox, Malik Monk, Lauri Markkanen, Kim Murray, just a bunch of that. That's a team that would make the playoffs actually because the Monsters just being a hub, De'Aaron doing anything, and Lauri Markkanen, he is literally a plug and play fit. You see what Harrison Barnes does? If you, I understand Lauri Markkanen is one of those guys who, you know, he's newer. You know, the past 2 seasons he's been going blur, and he wasn't that good before. So if you don't know who Lauri Markkanen is, I'm gonna explain him for you a little bit. How Harrison Barnes plays, that's like you know how Harrison Barnes is like an off-ball wing and plays defense. That's Lauri Markkanen. But Lauri Markkanen is just way better, you know, just way better shooter, way better finisher. Defense, whatever. Lauri Markkanen is 7 feet tall though, so like it ain't like he a huge slouch. If anything, he's a huge presence. He's 7 feet tall. And this Kings team, dude, if they could add more to that would be scary, especially 3-point shooting wise, because Lowry puts him up on a high amount of volume. Let me see, he shoots, yeah, 8 threes a game. 8 threes a game at 40%. 39.9%. Nah, I'm gonna say Lowry's 40% shooter. Nah, I don't care. 39.9 is crazy. So yeah, 8 attempts on 40%, dude. This man could fit any team, bro. Any 7-footer that could shoot 40%, you could almost fit anywhere. The reason that I think Danny Ainge put Lauri Markkanen on the trade block, I think he's low key open. Like, the Thunder, like, the Thunder been going all in this off season, and if they got Lauri Markkanen, they just dominated the whole off season. They Thunder was to get Lauri, that would be crazy. That would be insane. But we'll see. We'll see. Because I would really like it. But hey, we'll see. I do think this trade will maybe have a Nikola Topic in it instead. I don't know how the I don't look at the trade too much, but look at the trades. It's an idea of what it would take and an idea of how the teams would look and how valuable at the end of the day I think these guys are. Just the 1 year thing is the main thing that kind of like scares you. But wherever Lowry goes, he's gonna sign a trade, so he'll get paid, but that makes him less valuable. Because if Lowry had a 4-year deal at 18 mil, all you would have to give him like 4 to 5 picks. But he's on a 1-year deal. He's gonna get extended, and it's gonna take from your team's cap space. It's not a problem because this guy's an elite player, and hey, you want to win games, you add talent. The next team is the Charlotte Hornets. I think that the Charlotte Hornets is a cool team. The Charlotte Hornets need some health, man. Health don't bounce their weight. If they can have a healthy season where they just had LaMelo, B-Mill, Lowry, Bridges, and Mark Williams, that team would surprise y'all. I'm not even gonna lie to you because Brandon Miller has improved a lot. LaMelo Ball is really all he got to do is stay healthy. Mark Williams is really good. All he got to do is stay healthy. Lauri Markkanen is really good. I ain't gonna lie, he got to stay healthy too. Lauri Markkanen, that is something I didn't talk about. He played 55 games this season. He played like 60 the year before that. He's not really the guy that hits. He's never hit 70 games in his career. Yeah, he's played 55, 66, 61, 51, 50, 52, and in his rookie season he played 68. And he is a 29 to 34 minutes per game type of guy. He's 7 foot playing the small forward position. That takes a lot of toll on your body. He have to laterally move with those other small forwards. He ain't a normal 7-footer out here. And Lowry is a unicorn. Like he is a genuine unicorn. And the last team that I have a mock trade for Lowry, maybe my favorite team. I ain't gonna lie. I'm happy I saved this team last because if a team were to trade for Lowry, who would y'all prediction be? We got the Spurs, who I think would be a top candidate. We have the Grizzlies, who I think are also a top candidate, but how interested are they? Because they would have to pay Lowry, like I said, and would that make them a second anchor team? They'd have Desmond Bain on the max, John Moran on the max, Jaren Jackson on the max, Lauri Mark. That might be too expensive of a team, especially with this new second apron stuff. I don't know if the Grizzlies as a small market are willing to do that. We got the Warriors. I just don't think this happens, man. Like if it happens, shout out to the Warriors. But that boy Bob Myers left at the perfect time. Like Mike Dunleavy is having a hell job, and the only way you could succeed in that current Warriors GM job, you have to do something crazy. And I don't even want to say what you have to do because like I wouldn't do it myself either. Yeah, come to Miami. Um, Kings is another place that's possible, but I just think other teams outbid. The Kings are a dark horse. The Kings are gonna, or they're not even a dark horse because it's clear and day that they try. Thunder, the team that's probably gonna have the best offer if they're willing to give it. The Thunder and the Spurs. Hornets, it's more of a thing that I like and I would love to see, but it ain't gonna happen. Hawks, Hawks. This is like the perfect in between for me of what I want to see, what fits, and what works. Because the Hawks this offseason, they went the route of, hey, DeJounte Murray doesn't fit. Let's just find players that fit Trae Young. And if you can get a guy that shoots threes and catches alley oops, come on, man. Come on, man. Like, what else? What else do you need? This team needs a win, and you have a win that can shoot threes and dunk. That is a perfect Trae Young teammate. We're gonna have a lineup of Trae Young, Zachary Ricochet at 6'9", playing my shooting guard, Lauri Markkanen at 7 foot, playing my small forward, Jalen Johnson, and whatever they do at center, whether it's Clint Capella or Onyeka, whatever they do at center, I don't know. I don't think they know. But that team would be so lethal with so much size and shooting next to Trey. You, oh my God, that would be a fun team. You just experiment, full on fit. Trey Young, you cook, and we gonna see what that team needs around it after. And if I had to think like why that team wouldn't win a championship, you build your team. You build the build. You okay, that was a horrible way to say. Of course, you build a build, but the point of being a GM, in my opinion, is to always win a championship, but you also got to be realistic. You want to give yourself the best chance of getting a championship. That's what I said. The best chance, even if it's 2% chance. But you don't want to also mortgage your future to where in the future you can't do anything. I do think that this is a move where in the future they still have flexibility. Um, DeAndre Hunter may be overpaid, so getting off of that contract gives you a better asset with our marketing, even if you pay him more. These picks, I understand these picks is nice, but the Kings they will see where they finish off. So one of them isn't your pick, and you already don't got your picks. So it's like, and when you do draft, you draft kind of like not the best. Like the Hawks aren't a bad draft team, but if you could get you a solidified star next to Trey Young, who's a like 3-and-D player after you just got a playmaker who didn't work next to him, I think it's worth it, man. I think this Hawks team would be really good, and they would still have those Pelicans picks. Like that DeJounte Murray trade got them some picks. So this Hawks team would be really nice, man. I can't wait to see what happens with Lauri Markkanen. And I do think he's gonna end up on the Hawks, Spurs, or if he just resigns with the Jazz. Like honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he just resigns and Danny Ainge is just seeing what the market value is and seeing how much he should pay him before you know. I feel like that's something Danny Ainge has done a couple times in Boston. Like before he extends someone, he checks their market, see what other teams think about him, and he makes his decision if he's willing to pay them or not, and if so, how much should he pay him? Yeah, one of the best GMs in the league. I can't wait to see what he does with this Utah Jazz job. Danny Ainge, shout out to you. If you're listening to this still, we 20 minutes in, man. So, hey, you may have liked my content. I don't know how much you did, but if you're here for 20 minutes, I'm at 27 subscribers. I would love if you could leave a like, comment, or even subscribe. But I'm thinking on the internet, I'm gonna stop that. Thank you everybody for watching and have a nice day.